Australia versus England is one of the greatest rivalries in sport. For more than a century, the world has been captivated by the quest for the iconic little urn. And where better to take a moment to relive some of the extraordinary memories and colourful characters of this historic rivalry than here in Australia's magnificent backyard. To make it as a Test wicketkeeper, you have to be tough and resilient, qualities today's guest has in spades. Had a talent for clean, effortless hitting, and it's no surprise he represented his country in 66 Test matches. Mate, when you rode up in your kayak, you didn't see that, didn't you? You didn't expect that type of campsite for me.
I was very, very impressed. I'll tell you what you'll be impressed with, though. I've got some bream there waiting. I found a little spot just on the way in, and we will not go hungry at this campsite for the week.
Let's talk Ashes. As a kid, growing up, what was special about that type of thing for you?
I think the big special thing to me was the whole nation embraced it. Everyone had an opinion on the Ashes. It was the pinnacle of our career. That's what you wanted to be a part of. That's where you wanted to test yourself. It was the best of the best. One of my greatest memories, though, it was Steve Waugh in 2001.
Oh, yeah.
When he got the 100, when he did his calf in the third test, came back for the fifth test where he's meant to be out. And you've always been taught, beware of the wounded player. He could barely walk. And that iconic photo of him laying down at the Oval, bat raised, he got 100. I think he was 150 not out. And that was just, to me, that was the Ashes spirit.
From a personal point of view, do you have an Ashes moment?
My first Ashes test, I was lucky enough to get 100. But the lead into that was pretty special as well. I remember going and doing press conferences before, and usually a couple of journalists are there. This is 50 people. Everyone had an opinion on it. You walk down the street, in Cardiff it was, my first Ashes test, and we got some interesting comments walking down the street as Australians. The interest was huge, but I remember we were batting really well, and Ricky Ponting was discussing with Peter Siddle about having a night watchman. And I remember thinking, I can't sit another night's sleep not knowing whether I'm going to bat. I remember not being able to get to sleep the first Ashes test. And sitting there the whole day, anxiety's building and building. And as Siddle was putting his pads on, we lost the wicket. And before they could say anything, I just took off straight down the stairs at Cardiff. I could sort of hear Ponting's voice and the door shut. And I remember taking the centre, my adrenaline's pumping, and Flintoff bounced me first ball.
Yeah.
So I tried to hook it and just got high, my splice fell just short of square leg. It was all the adrenaline. The series was so hyped up and you wanted to be a part of it. The energy was just different to me. And I remember Matthew Hayden in 2005 saying to me, he said, as a Test cricketer, you want to be part of an Ashes, but you want to be part of a winning Ashes. The feeling's different, playing against the arch rival in England. And all that emotion was just coming out as I was walking out, and all I could think about was getting bat on ball, and I wasn't watching the ball. All I was thinking of, I've got to hit this as hard as I can, and I was lucky. Imagine if I'd have got out and walked back in the change room with Ricky there.
Was that a special moment for you, thinking I've just scored an Ashes 100, or was it different to any other Test 100?
No, it was special, and it was different. Every Test match is an important one, but to be able to score 100 in an Ashes campaign to me was special. You build up for that moment. You dream in the backyard. If you Boxing Day, you're playing. It's always about you get 100 in the Ashes, and to finally be able to do that was a special feeling. I had my family there as well. They'd flown over to watch my first Ashes test. It was important to them, so it was a huge moment.
Ricky say anything to you? At the end of the day, you would have been not out.
Yeah. He just looked and said, well done, but that conversation could have gone a lot different.
Well, mate, we need to get back in the water, I reckon.
Mate, I reckon we need to get back. I want to show you this fishing hole. We will not go hungry for a week.
All right.
Are you ready to go? Mate, we're done open that.
Hey.
That's a surprise once we get out in the water.
Got the drinks?
Mate, they're in there once we get out. Mate, what are you doing with your shoes?
What?
If you go in, you're going to go straight to the bottom. It's your call.
What are you talking about?
I told you that fishing hole's there. They're jumping for us. Mate, that fishing hole's waiting for us. Do not tell your English mates, though.
I don't have any. I don't have any English mates.